Out for you. This is Newswatch 12 at 5.
People are picking up the pieces after wind, lightning, and hail hit the Rogue Valley. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Brian Morton. Ashley Hall is off tonight. We have team coverage on the storm damage tonight. We'll get to our team of meteorologists in just a moment. But first, we turn to Newswatch 12's Cassidy Delamarter. She spent the day talking with people cleaning up after last night's storm.
The road I'm standing on right now is where I saw the most cleanup happening today. Now, people on this road told me they saw heavy rain, strong winds, and even hail yesterday. This is Queen Anne Avenue off of East Jackson Street and Crater Lake Avenue. This neighborhood is full of trees, maple, oak, and pine, you name it. Neighbors told me that's why they love it here. But the downfall to all the beautiful trees is debris and potential damage when storms like yesterday's roll through. One man I spoke with has lived on this road for 40 years, and he says he's never seen anything quite like yesterday's storm, and he says it caught him by surprise.
Came out of nowhere. I was upstairs doing some stuff on the computer, and I heard this noise, and I looked outside, and the trees were all going sideways, basically.
Capsy says he lost power and watched the roads fill with rain, but not everyone was home for last night's storm. Tonight at 6, the surprise nobody wants to come home to. Live in Medford, Cassidy Delamarter, Newswatch 12.
Cleanup was underway on Cardley Avenue. That's after a tree was uprooted by the storm last night. Newswatch 12 viewers were the first to find out about the tree falling. The owner of Innovative Investment Services tells Newswatch 12 that the tree fell just after 6 o'clock last night. Today, an arborist from Hunter Tree Care LLC was out trying to remove that tree.
The tree grew too big for the area it was planted. Ground saturation, high winds, all equates to a fallen tree.
The owner, Innovative Investment Services, tells Newswatch 12 the tree is 52 feet long. He also said that the owner of the truck has been notified of the damage. Hunter Tree Care LLC says they expect to have the tree removed by the end of today. You may have noticed that there was some hail on the ground this morning left over from last night's storm. The National Weather Service was out taking measurements and collecting data on that. The biggest size of the hail reported was about ½ an inch, but most of it was about dime-sized or even pea-sized. This footage was taken near Providence Medford Medical Center. One nurse says she was shocked to see how much hail fell between 6 and 6:30 last night.
Just the weather just get really wild. I mean, it was windy. I wondered, could there be a tornado around? It was just really dark and very loud, and the rain was torrential and flooding the streets down below, and the hail was just, that was the most remarkable.
Now, Martin took this picture of the Providence parking lot about 6:30 last night. Between the hail and the wind, there was a lot of damage throughout Medford. The National Weather Service was out assessing that damage today, as you saw. The Stormwatch 12 weather team was out there with the National Weather Service analyzing the damage this morning. Meteorologist Jeff Donovan is live with the Storm Wrangler 12 in Medford right now with more on the strong storm that passed through.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Brian. I am out here with Storm Wrangler 12 right now. We did see a pretty stormy day yesterday, and if we pan across, you can see just some of this damage. Plenty of downed trees. In fact, one tree even landed on a truck. We did see plenty of damage in this area, but this isn't the only area in Medford we did see damage. We did see widespread trees down around the area, as well as some urban flooding and even some trees down. Now, again, the National Weather Service says that this was most likely caused by straight line winds, but these winds did not reach that 58-mile-an-hour threshold that we do look at to call it a severe thunderstorm. So we did not quite see that severe criteria. In fact, they say we mostly saw these trees down because of a weak root system.
There seems to be a pattern of a very large tree with a very small root ball that's constrained by, on one side by a sidewalk or something, and then the other side by a street. So as you can see in the case of this tree, it has a very small root ball, and that's all it needed. But it's not really enough to anchor it down, even in a moderate gust.
So even though we did not see those severe winds, because the root ball systems of these trees were fairly shallow, and because of the time of year when trees are most vulnerable, that is why we did see these trees start to topple over like we did see here. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, I will dissect why this storm was so unusual and exactly why we didn't quite expect to see such strong winds out of this storm. For right now, live in Medford, I am Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Jeff Donovan.